Hi there, I'm Andrea Garvey. Welcome to the Creative Spark. I'm so glad you're here. This is a weekly video series that I'm doing, and it's taking my simple ideas that I lean on when I'm busy or I just don't know what I want to create. It's either going to be my sketchbook or my art journal. Just 10 minutes. We all have 10 minutes, but I'm hoping that little spark that you get out of the video will get you going and get you into a creative flow. All right, so I'll see you in the studio. Okay, today I wanted to share with you one of my absolute most favorite sketch to do and how I bring color into it and how you could do it probably all within 5 minutes, everything. But don't time me because I'm not 100% sure. But I wanted you to know that this is my go-to when I want to do a quick sketch, when I want to bring a little color into it, when I really want to have fun and get into my sketch and just let go of everything. This is the exact thing I do. All right. So I've got my beautiful journal here from a friend of mine who's in the sketchbook club. Cheryl made me this journal. It's with Arches paper and I've used it quite a bit. Really like it. There's lots of fun things I've been doing in here. And I want to just do a really simple contour sketch with you and just show you some different ways that you can add some color to it, all within seriously 5 minutes. So Tombow markers are one of my favorite markers to play with and sketch with. You can add water to it. It turns into watercolor. They're also really easy to use, great to hold. They feel good. All bright colors for me. I get the bright color ones. And then this is a little foxglove. I just picked it from the garden. It is in November and it's still blooming. I'm so excited about this guy. It's one of the last little blooms, but the foxgloves are definitely one of my favorite things to sketch. So often when I'm trying to sketch, especially with flowers, I want to sketch something that I enjoy, right? So I don't try to find something I'm not interested in. And this is just a contour. I'm going to do the whole thing in this marker, and you're going to see with a contour sketch, I don't lift my pen off the page. Okay, that's what a contour is. I am going to look the whole time at my paper and my flower. There's different ways to do contour sketch. I just wanted to be upfront and let you know that the way I do these types of sketches is I look. And the reason I look is because it's a great exercise in just observing. And that's why I want you to sketch as much as I do, is because it's a great eye-hand coordination. We're not judging, we're just observing. And so my pen is still on the paper. I'm just dragging it back and forth. I'm kind of working on these leaves down here. There's a few little leaves. And I'm at this little bud here. And I'm just kind of looking and drawing. I think I might have to go on to the other page because I didn't give myself a whole bunch of room, which is fine. And if that's your case and you don't have if there's no top, you're cut off, then you could stop it at the top. I think that's probably what I'll do. I don't want to draw across the scene here. So just still doing this. Now in my sketchbook club sometimes will time it. In some lessons I do, sometimes I'll time it. That's just for fun. Art retreats, we'll do timed contours, but you don't have to time it. Sometimes I'll just do them until my hand hurts. I'll just keep adding little details. Because it's not a race. That's not the whole point. The whole point is to just not let you get too stuck in making it perfect. That's the main thing, right? And to obviously observe. So I'm just going to go back up here. I want to add a little bit more to this one flower. And voila. Okay, so maybe that was like a minute and a half. I'm not too sure. So what I love to do next is I take my pens. I've got a bunch here, a couple colors, and I'm just going to color in some of my flower, just a little bit. Now here's the thing I want to also tell you about Tombow markers, which I did not know until I experimented. The markers are going to react, you'll see, differently depending on the type of paper you use. So some papers, the markers are going to turn into like more paint and painterly. You'll see what I mean in a minute when I bring water into this than other types of paper. I believe the paper I'm using now, that green's not working out too good. It's not going to bleed as much, but that just makes it a different type of piece. Sketch. It's all good. Anything's good. So now the green and this purple might look a little weird, but we're going to experiment and play. So I've got some orange, I've got some pink. I want to add a little bit of light pink. And do you see how I'm kind of scribbly? I'm not trying to draw inside the lines very well. I mean, I can. I'm not caring about that. I'm kind of scribbly. Whoopsies. All right, so now I'm going to have some water and a couple brushes. I was trying to be all Vanna and have it all ready, but not quite. I guess that would be more Martha Stewart, not Vanna. But here's some water, and here's a brush. And I'm just going to take that Tombow, and the Tombow turns into a beautiful watercolor. I'm going to go around the edges a little bit. I'm fine if we go outside my lines, because this is now, the contour sketch was just the kind of base, like the beginning of something else. So now I just want to have fun. I have to be careful because I do have green and I do have purple and I could get muddy. But I want you to see how fun and beautiful it is to just play. Don't be afraid of the water. Don't be afraid of putting a lot of water on your brush and dragging it through. Now here's the key to everything in life. No, I'm just kidding. Here's the key. That is it. That's all I'm going to do right now. Done. Ta-da! So you could do a few more of these. You could go and take a tiny walk, go read a book, run an errand. And when you come back, this will be dry. And then what you could do is you could add little pencil marks to it. You could add a white signal ball to it. These white markers right here that I love, love, love. You could write a little note. This was a foxglove. It's November. I can't believe it's still in bloom. Anything like that. I want to make sure that this is dry before I work on it anymore, because it's very easy. You could turn things to mud. But I also want to show you one quick tip is if for some reason you were like, you know what, I have too much water. Okay, I think mine's fine, but let's pretend you didn't like that. Let's just pretend you didn't like that. Just get a paper towel and you can bring it right up. That's really pretty. So you can bring up some of your water if it's too much. But you guys, this seriously, I could do this all day long. If you don't have a flower at home, if you're covered in 20 feet of snow, just look up one online, make one from your imagination. Use the Tombows. They're fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. There's lots of other types of brands out there too. So if you're in an art store, just ask I need a watercolor marker. Do you see the little watercolor brush stroke? That's going to tell you that you can reactivate the color with water. The trick with Tombows too, I also want to just say before I go, is you don't want to take the brush and put it in the water. This works dry, and then you take a brush and then you make it into watercolor. If you took these nibs and you went back in and you started messing around in the water, the nibs will get ruined, okay? Just wanted to, my disclaimer, and I hope you enjoyed that, and I cannot wait to come back and see what this looks like dry and maybe add a few things. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you liked it. Try it. Let me know. Tell me in the comments if you tried something like this and if you're crazy like me and you love doing them. Okay, bye-bye.